Computers is supercomputers is what we're working on. We just started doing the factory building for it, so we're going to go and continue on that now and start working out where stuff's going to come from and how it's all going to fit together. Let's go and give it a go. We still have Fixmas going, but that's over there, out of the way, hidden. I wonder if we'll get any updates after Fixmas. Gazalanch, welcome. Good to see you there. Hope you're well. Right, I'm going to put another level on the computer building straight away anyway, because that we need to build computers as part of this. Thanks for the work, Gaz. Be back later. Not a problem. Oh, the doors. I did this one a bit differently. One reason or another. I might as well put these ones here while I'm at it. Rightio. That's that, and then we need a power outlet here. That's how power will get on each floor. We'll extend this across. We've got to do the ladders, the staircases. Now, is it that one? I think it is. Yep. And this one gets redone. With that one there. And I need this one here in blueprint mode. Perfect. Just as how it should be. Yep, vehicle deadlocks, they'll resolve themselves. Keep an eye on it for a second. It happens at the start of the save, when the save loads. And normally it resolves itself. So I've got this over here. We may have to go and intervene that one. No? No? Oh, yep. Thought it sorted itself out. Where are you? Oh, everything just went crazy. See, I still reckon they're all still sorting themselves out. Where am I? I'm here. I need to be way up here. Wow. That's over at the, I had a deadlock here that I can remember, but why would these be deadlocked? Oh, that's great. Yep, okay. Yep, right. As soon as I turn up, not a problem. No, nothing to see here. Moving right along. Deadlock solved. Yeah, you just got to let it be. It's very frustrating. I wish the hover pack was a bit faster in this circumstance. Well, while we're over here, we'll update the platform here. So that one there. Now I'm not gonna have these ones join across here. So I'm just gonna put that there. And that one's already done like that. Okay, so this is this floor ready. Let's start off doing all my belting on this floor first. So I'm gonna put some roof. Right, so this one here, we've got 4 inputs: computers, AR limiters, high-speed connectors, and plastic. Just want to see. Just want to have a look at how I've done the manufacturers over here. I've done it a couple of different ways in a few different buildings. I went the long way around. This is the way I'm interested. Okay, so it's... That's that height, 3. That's not that one. That's for 4. That one's 3 as well. Who is... Just gonna head over here for a minute. I want to have a look at my heavy modular frame factory. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's 3. Yeah, alright. That's how it's going to be done. I can work it out. So we're splitting, for us as a pioneer, we're making 3 machines of supercomputers. 3 manufacturers worth. Then I'm going to put another floor on and do another machine at 53%. And that one's for the assembly director system. Alright. I'm just wondering... That's alright. I'm wondering if I spend the time to set up this in a blueprint. Because it makes a difference. Oh, excuse me, I just pushed too far a minute. Yep. You shouldn't put anything smaller than a cotton bud in your ear, hey? Or your elbow, that's the one. Yeah, I reckon I'm going to do a blueprint. I've done this a few times now, and then I wish I had done should I do a blueprint? So we are going to work on our blueprint for manufacturers. But it's for the middle manufacturer in a 3-way setup. So manufacturer by 1. Now we had a vehicle deadlock on the map then, but I think it's fine. It's just a one-off. So first off, I need that there. I'm going to need power on the back side's going to be annoying. I want that because we're going to put supports in. Okay, so we have a splitter. Like that. Then I have a smart splitter that is there. Yep, that's where it is. I'm just going to do Mark 1 belts with everything. That's hooked up to there. So that'll come in here, and my overflow, I need to copy what I've done. Just got to think about it for a sec. I'm going to start off by putting some silly mounts in. Or actually, probably better here. And there'll be another one. That one. I need to take some screenshots over here so I'm not traveling backwards and forwards. Because it's a very, I've got a very specific way it all connects together to do overflow to fit the manufacturers in this height building. Alright, so it's this here, so it's in the center is where that next one is, right. That's that one there. That comes in that way, and on this side our overflow is right, so it all feeds in. Sounds a little bit different. Not entirely. It's a better one is this one down here. Yeah. Where you have it like this here. Yeah. Ah, yeah, that's a better shot. Realistically, Okay, so we've got 2, yeah, right, okay. I think I've worked it out now. That's a good one there. That's actually, yeah, that's sort of what I'm after. Something like that. Anyway, I've got that. Let's go back now and try and implement that in my blueprint. So I've got that one there coming up, but it won't matter. So I want a merger. I want it coming this way. Yeah. It's going to be there, I think. So that would allow me to have overflow from there. And straight ahead is whatever the product. Yep, that's correct. I'm going to get rid of these foundations, but I need them for the supports. Like that. Then this one, I think I'm going to have to push this back into the blueprinter. Right. What I'm interested in here is getting this back further. So I've got all that room at the front for activities. So we'll do it there, I reckon. So there would also be another one. If we did this one at this height, That's nice. And then that can overflow into there. Maybe. No, it's not that. No, that's not how it's going to work. Because I need... So that'll be there. Yeah, that'll come down like that. This one here. So this will be right is overflow, straight ahead is something. So now we've got this is going that way as our overflow. Now I can also put I'm going to have a look at my photos. So I think I can do one at this height. Yep. Oops, wrong button. Now that overflow, I think it's going to go that way. See, that's not going to work. Okay, so we've got the first issue here. This isn't going to work. Because this has to pass to the next machine and back. So this height's not right. And that's got to pass the next machine and back. But what might work is here. to connect to here, not there. There, like that. No, I'm going the wrong way. I want this here. What I think I need is that there, that going to there. Alright, that's what's off. That's why that wasn't working. That lets that flow through there. That's about right. And then, so it's lined up there. So this would be overflow. Ah, yeah, I think I know what I'm doing. Sometimes it looks like I know what I'm doing. So that would be overflow to the left. It's got a belt. That comes in there. We've got that one and that one. I've got that one. So if I can do this bottom one, I'll be right. And I think the way to do that is that's the overflow. Like that. Oh, it could also go up there. Let's just find out. Yeah, this would work. That Could go to there. That's perfect. That's a really easy to use template now. So now I just need I'm really happy with that, how that's working out. This one. Not happy about how it's hard to see here, but rightio, and then I think that's everything. So my input's going to come in here. Oops. And then the other inputs are going to come in on this side. So this has got the overflow set. Okay, this one has none. Overflow left. And this one has overflow should be left. And this one has overflow to right. I'm pretty happy with this. Did I get a belt there? I did. Got a belt there. Alright, let's save that as that. So I've got a backup copy of it. Now I'm going to get rid of these. And that should just leave, and I need to get rid of the wall, and that should leave me with what I need. Right. With overflow, with overflow. Manufacturer by one overflow. I think that's all I need. And I think also I've missed one thing. I'm going to reload it. I've missed a Mark V belt. It goes from here to there. That's about it. And then I've got a feeling that, no, that's right. And then I'll do I'll save that. And also I'm going to build that there temporarily. And I'm going to load up this one. And I'm going to make sure these are set up properly. So this one, the second one flips backwards. And the fourth one flips forwards. This one is that tall. And then, yeah, that's it. That's what I want to save it as. And I'm just going to overwrite the existing one because that matches, that's what I'll use now on anyway. And I'm going to load up the mirror version of that. And just replicate it. That's it. We should be done. I'll leave the designer there. I'm going to get rid of this. That I'll redo in a sec. Now this should be the right orientation. Just have to redo the conveyor lifts at the rear. Right, and then I'll just hook it all up. So everything here is going to have small numbers, under 100 anyway. That's everything ready to go. I've just got to define what goes in where. We can do that in a minute, but I need to put my sign here. Yeah, I think that's fine. Right, this is Supercomputer. The Pioneer. Perfect. I need coming in computers. So we're going to start off with computer. Coming in at 22.5 by 1 by 3, which is 7.5 each. And then we'll have AI limiters. Coming in at 11.25 by 3 is 3.75 each. We'll have high-speed connectors. They're coming in at 16.89, which is going to be 5.63 each. And then plastic. That's 157.5. That's 52.5 each. Right. And our output will be supercomputers at 5.64 per minute. That's 1.88. Right. that's ready to go. Let's put the roof on and then build the next floor on top. Because I'm going to do the other supercomputer for assembly director system, which will be the next thing we do after this. So if we're going to be running belts from the same locations, I might as well run them in pairs. That. Got one too many. 9, that's 8. But anyway, I'll fix it. Oh no, it was. Right. Grab our power. Right, that'll be a power to this floor. Over here we need this one. Perfect. That's that done. So this one down here, that's in the center of the doorway. Another manufacturer. So that was here. That's it. That's there. That's that sorted out. Now I think any supercomputers after this are assemblers. So I've got 4 and 9. So I could probably do 4, no, sorry, 2 and 3, so 5 in total. But I'm not going to worry about those right now. We can deal with that later because that's not important right now. The overflow is important, we'll deal with that. I'm going to put that there. I'm just going to copy these. That. Guys, quiet chat tonight. It happens. I think Star Rapture's the flavour at the moment, Gaz. And I'm here for the loyal Satisfactory viewers. Plus also I haven't finished my playthrough yet, so I've still got quite a ways to go. That one is there. Copy that one. What are you up to tonight, Gaz? You been meaning to check that out? Yeah, I've seen a few people play it. I don't know if it's for me. Okay, so this one will be... I'll wait for the autosave. Thursday seems to be a chill evening anyways as well. That's true. Normally I don't stream Thursday nights, but I missed it. I postponed it from last night, so... I decided to do it tonight. Deciding if you're too sick to go to work tomorrow or not. Crikey. Clip that. That one there. It's you will be going Friday and also had the day off. Had today off. Ah, right. I see. I had a pretty cruisy day. We did some emergency sort of childcare support for the community to help out with the bushfires that have passed through. And so we had 3 children to look after today. It was pretty cruisy. We did a lot of puzzles and you name it. $2.9. So I'm not complaining about that. Press the wrong button. Yep, one of those things that don't get mentioned in all the help needed, usually clothes and food and shelter. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So that's through the local council run that childcare centre, and it doesn't start up for another 2 or 3 weeks. But they decided to open it early for that purpose. But yeah, helps parents do some things because it's just non-stop sorting stuff out and the kids just get bored. All right. It's good that councils actually do some good now and then again. Yeah. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with that council I work for, that casual work I do. They seem to be on the ball, which is always good. Oh, I was just remembering all of this work we're about to do is going to require a lot of, I think we're getting into recycled rubber and plastic territory. There's going to be a lot behind this supercomputer build. So that's that floor. I need to hook up the overflow in here. So that could probably... was there. We'll do that. Because I think it'll help for future upstairs stuff coming down. And then I've got to do all of these. So that's our... Well, I can tell you right now, I'm going to need that. So that's there. Right, the reason I did that is because I wanted this one. I want to fill in some normal spots like this one. Is that the right spot? Yep, that's it there, that one there. That one, is it there? What's going on here? Is it because I don't know? These ones are okay. I think it was because I was looking up at the ceiling. Maybe. Nah. It's not straight mode. I think that's what it is. That's what it's going to be. Shinzo, hello, welcome. You just started computer production, 37.5 a minute. That's a lot of computers. That's a lot of work. Yeah, there we go, straight. It's going to be the same for all of these. How many computers am I producing? Well, I produce them in batches, so I've got over here, just happened to be right next to the computer factory. For me, the Pioneer, I'm making 2 per minute. Now hold on, that's for adaptive control units. I'm making 2 per minute for adaptive control units. So me, the Pioneer, I'm making 5 per minute. Hold on. That's 4 per minute for the adaptive control unit. 5 for me. So that's 9. For the radio control units, it's 7.5. So we're at 16.5. I'm about to make supercomputers. So I'm going to need another 22.5 for the supercomputers for the Pioneer, and 4 for the assembly director system. And then I've still got more to make for other production lines. So yeah, I don't make a big batch. I make what I need as I go. It's how my head can handle organizing it all. That's out. I think I've noticed this before. Oh, hold on. Let me just reconnect the power. That goes to there, that to there. Right. So that one It's weird as. I don't know why it does that. But that's the answer. But yeah, that's a solid amount of computers you're making, that's for sure. You approach production from the other point of view. I check which resource I have the least and I build as many machines as I can. Have that, scaling other resources accordingly. Yep, that's another good way of doing it. I hate dividing up. I need this many over here, this many over here, that sort of thing. So I prefer just to do the maths on each individual, create a dedicated line, and then I don't have to bother with the maths anymore. That there is too close. What's not right here? That's supposed to be I just don't get, there's something off with the whole manufacturer model. It's very bizarre. And very annoying. There always has been in the history of the manufacturer. You had to cut computers production in half because you were limited by quick wire? Yeah. Well, that's it. You need a chunk of it. Look at that wiggle out. I don't understand why you need that much wiggle out. But anyway. Everything else is okay. Alright, so that's, I need the power. I'll just run this over to here. Done. You're at the Criterion computer and Criterion circuit board. I was setting 32 assemblers to circuit boards, then I realized I'd use all the quick wire just for that. Wow. Yeah, I think I've used the Criterion computer recipe as the third time I had to make computers, I decided to switch to that alternate, just for something different. Right, so this one is supercomputers. These are at 100%. I bet you, yes, I bet you that's not going to fit. And I put this bottom one the wrong way around. That's the way it needs to go. So then this. That's right, now I need these. And I'm going to put On the other note, I started building a city like you. My oil refining area looks spot on the map thanks to your mimicking your design with streets and buildings. Nice. It looks spot on. Excellent. I've only got 2 buildings so far, one for plastic and one for rubber, but it will grow. It's really interesting when you pick a style and stick to it. The way it grows, it really looks like a real city or a factory city, industrial area. That's looking good. Right, so this is all wired up and powered up. I mean, this is all I've done the last hour and a half is set all this up. I did do a blueprint update. So that took a little bit of time, but that was well worth it. Right, my blueprint, well, it could come down anywhere. That's overflow from above. Alright. So I'd say it's not going to reach, but that's overflow for that floor. There's going to be assemblers of supercomputers along here. This is the last manufacturer. Power, blueprints, power, manufacturer pole. And this is supercomputer at 53.2%. Right. I've got to designate what goes where, but we'll get to that. Well, that's ready to go. I'm going to put this one here. Is that going to... Yep. That's it. Right, so now right, so on this floor here, let's go to our computer's spreadsheet, or our computer's sheet in our spreadsheet. So it's going to make Katerian computers for this and the next one. So that's good. So it's going to be 6 manufacturers. Wow, that's this whole floor is just going to be 6 manufacturers. Okay, I can do that, I suppose. We're just going to replicate the layout down here, which is a bit different to what I just did. Oh, actually. No, we're not. We're going to use our new blueprint. So where's the center in our new blue? Oh, we've got room for more. Okay. I've got to think about this. I'm going to need to... Yeah, I need to do a mirror of it too. We'll do it back to back. I reckon that's the better way of doing it. Using my blueprints, right. That might work. Probably would. That's the middle. Alright. Alright, so if there was a merger, that would be somewhere here. Then a manufacturer by 1. Yeah, hold on. Let's put this here, because that's what's going to dictate it. I think it needs to be placed here. That's all lined up correctly. That how does this line up? That overflows into my area. I don't like that, so what I think we'll do is if I put that there, that leaves room up here for incoming stuff. Another one of these here. Another one of these here, and there's still room to fit one last one in for that other production line. So that would go that's 3 and 4. Actually, no, we're just going to do that. Thought about making it fancy, but and then that goes there. Does mean I've got overflow on both sides, but I'm just going to split it here and send 50-50 or yeah. Oh, maybe I need to work out where I'll split it, but yeah, I need to split it and send 50-50 each way. But that's my 6. This is Criterion Computer. At 100%. Right, they've all got that. You want to see my Emirates? I can post a link to a screenshot. Yeah, you can put a link there. That's not a problem. You want my input? Absolutely. I can give you uneducated opinions. Right, yeah. Give me 1 sec. Here we go. Oh, looking nice. Lots of glass going on there. Beautiful. You've got lots of room between platforms, which is just what you want. And nice. You and lean people know where to walk. Absolutely awesome. Oh, and you caught a gift mid-flight. Train station at the top. Pass through. Nice. Very good. I don't see where you could improve it. You've got you've enclosed the elevator shaft in the corner. That's nice. I like that. I've not done that. And there's I can see how you're doing the. That looks very nice along there. Canisters. Is that packaged water and fuel? I think. No, it looks great. I like you. Everything's supported over here. I can see nice supports, and you're bringing all that oil into here. I love it. It's looking good. I don't think I could improve on that. That's residual rubber into residual plastic into recycled rubber. Right, gotcha. Yep. I thought it was something like that. Right. Blueprints, power, refinery pole. Recycled rubber, yep. Yeah, I've got to play with that. I think I'm getting into that with this setup, to be honest. From memory. I'm going to do this to there. that one to there. You got around 800 rubber out of 600 oil pipe. I mean, that's a lot of rubber. Can't go wrong with that. Right, that'll go to there. I'm going to zoom that to here. I'm going to put... Yeah, it should have been this one. Because over there is... Where's the lift? Oh no, it was that one. It was that one. I had it right the first time. How's that power going? We're consuming more than we produce, our maximum consumption. That's because I built a few things in advance and haven't turned them on. She'll be right. I've got this. Right, I'm going to put my sign here. I think. Yeah, I can go over. Actually, I can drop down and shoot across, which I probably will do that. Alright, so this is for... This is for the supercomputers. Supercomputer. We have circuit board, quick wire, and rubber. So I'm going to copy that, paste that, copy that, paste that. So circuit board is 90. Divide 6, which is 15 each. The quick wire is 315 divides 6 is 52.5 each. And the rubber. So this is only 3 inputs, so that's going to simplify the build a bit. I don't need the ones on the inside. Yeah, I think we'll get rid of those and just do the outside ones. Yeah. It's got me thinking. So the rubber is 135. Sorry, I was just in deep thought when I was thinking about how I was going to do something. 135 divided 6 is 22.5 each. Right. And then that's going to output computers at 22.5 per minute, which is 3.75 each, right? Then, yeah, okay, so as I was saying, this is a three-way build. So I don't need, I can get rid of this. Get rid of those. So I don't need those. I won't need those. And I'll do the same on this side. Get rid of these and these. I think that's it. Did I miss one here? No, I got it. This one here. So that's nice. It's a little bit less complicated. So I'm thinking I'm going to get rid of these poles. No, actually, I need one more of these for the last one. It's got to be there, but I reckon, I suppose it's got to be done. It's got to be done. It's going to go in that way. That's going to go that way. That might work. This one will be the. Let me just make a note. 6. No, I need 3. Yeah, no, that's right. No. That's right. This one I was going to do at 100 and... No. Criterion computer. 107%. So I might. In this instance, I'll get rid of this one here. Is it that one? No. That's that one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll get rid of this one and use the back one. Now that means I've still got my overflow. And I'm going to bring that, I can cut that through here and join up with that other one there. That's beautiful. And then that then comes to here and is going to come over and go down. And I've got all the space down here to do that. Alright, okay, good. So if we do... Let's say we put the... Yeah, that'd be fine. So that was there. Right, and then this here should line up nicely. That might be okay there. Yep, that went through, we didn't lose it. Alright. So with that there, I'm going to let that be supported by... Okay, so that's feeding that down for the overflow. That is going to go to there. This one here I'm going to put that here. Now this is going to be, now it was the quick wire second. and the circuit board first. So this was Supercomputer is the next in the production line, and assembly director system is the end product. Right. So circuit boards first at 16. And then quick wire is going to be 56.175. Right, and then rubber, and that's 24. Like that, and then the output is computers, which I'm making 3.98. 9. There we go. Right, so now I need to do some belt work. Same over here. That's what that one wasn't right. Right, now, that to there. Doesn't really matter. Down here. And then Oh, this is what I wanted. Yeah, it's not. I didn't. Yeah, okay. No, it's not what I wanted. Well, this one here is alright. Then this one here. So this one would be okay. Like that. No, it wouldn't. And then that power cable's in the way. And that's in the way. Alright, so that one going that way. And that one going that way. Right, so then I could have can't be there, can't be there, it'd have to be that one there. Actually, why don't we just make that one the roof? Yeah, let's do that. That'll be alright there. Right. So now let's go with this. This one here. And then, so I have this one. No, that was terrible. Perfect. Good. That means over here. Now this is the way I want to do it. You know, when you build something, you're like, you know, I should have done it this other way. Just one of those moments. This one's off. Right, into here, I'm just going to grab this. And then we want okay, so the let's make sure I know which one's going where. Right, so the top one is the big production number. Alright, so that top one is this floor, and the other one is the next floor up. So, and if I bring that in, we could bring that top one in, I reckon, here. Trying to think. There's no reason why. Oh, actually, there is a reason why. Can you get that there to there? Oh, yeah, that works. I think that's fine. So then that would go to there. Right, so straight ahead will be computers. Right, we're on our way. We've got our first product belted but not producing. The other one, this bottom one, that needs to go to the next floor up. And it could be, we could do the same one again. Probably do that. So that, if it came in, where does it come in there? Right. And it's along there. So if it was there, that sort of solves that. Perfect. Right, we've got computer sorted coming into both of these. I still need to sort out how all this is going to happen. Yeah, I want to come back and do this now. So this, yeah, I'm going to sort all these out. So it's one there. Right, I think we're right to put the roof on now. Okay, that's that bedded in. That's a circuit board. No, hold on. So I have built this machine, but I haven't hooked it all up yet. Supercomputer. I now need the AI limiters coming over. So the AI limiters, we haven't been to the AI limiter factory since I made it just for making smart splitters and stuff. Wow, that was so long ago. Wow, all the way back here. So I'm going to need this and this. I'm going to make these 3 in 1. That may require, we may update the AI limiter factory a little bit to match the rest of the newer standard. Let's go check it out. And I can't remember, it's sort of over here somewhere, since it's been so long. I think it's, this is the, yeah, this is the encased industrial beams. I think this is the pipe factory. Yep. So I think it's this one. This might be the steel beam factory. This is the steel beam factory. That's not this one. It's this one over here, I think. This is it. Pretty sure. AI limiters. Yep. Alright. So I might delete no, I have to delete them. What have I got? So I've got my assemblers, yeah. Alright, so it's just the, so I've got to make 3. I feel like I want to push this back a bit. Let's just see what our so we have smart splitter for assemblers. Just got to look at this correctly. I think it goes this way. That's the right height. Oh yeah, that fits. That is in the way there. What's that? That's overflow. Alright, I can fix the overflow. That's easy, because that's, I've got a system in place for overflow. So I think we're going to be okay. We won't need to move anything. better. Which way is the overflow is even going the correct direction? So if that's, let's get that sorted first then. Is there enough room for one more here, or is, right, let's do that. Right, that pole was in the right spot. That's right. In that case, that was there. Right, so I'll get rid of that. And that'll be the spare for the other one. Not the spare, but that's for the other one. So that means actually then there will be this one. That goes here. Yeah, I'm going to need make sure that's up to date. Right, so that goes to there. That's what's coming across there. So this goes to there. This. There. That's not right. No, hold on. That goes there. Right, okay. Ah yeah, and then this needs to be into here. Right, there we go, that's the overflow relocated. That's great. Sweet. All right. So now that I've got this relocated, I need the quick wire is going to be Mark 2 and the copper sheets Mark 3. So I reckon I'll put the quick wire on the higher one up. So I'm going to do that one. That one. And that one is Mark 1. Yeah, it's really weird. Right, so I said this is going to be what have I got there? No, well, that's fine. Okay. So straight headers quick wire on that one, and the bottom one is copper sheet. That's that. And then let's do these. Right. I think that's all ready to go. So I need a sign here. That one. There. So I'm just going to copy sheet. and then we'll belt these back to our production line, to the supercomputer manufacturers. And then we might be getting close to wrapping it up. Alright, so this one is for supercomputer. And it's actually for the supercomputer production line. It needs copper sheet at 56.25, which is 18.75 each. It needs 225, which is 75 each. And it will output 11.25, which is 3.75 each. And then this one's for the assembly director system. And that is supercomputer is the next step. And that will be 9.975. And 39.9. And that's going to output 1.99. Perfect. Right. And I assume also that we would do I'm not sure, but maybe once again quick wire right. Right would be over. Okay. So left will be quick wire, and down here left is overflow, so right would be sheet, like so. I think that's how it all is going to go, right? Okay. So these were 3 at 75%. So AI limiters. Two, three. Right, I'll mark those as being built. And this one is at 39.9%. And then that is done. And I'll mark that. Right. Now we need to run these back. I might do... one of these. No, I can't do that. Can I? No, I've got to go under. What have I got here? Merger. These all work. I think that one's just because it's for a refinery, it goes much higher. What is the... These ones? Are they spaced the same? They are. Then they would be fine. I think. Yep. Okay, so we need to get 2 belts back to that's the okay, I can get a bit lower. I might be able to run all the way along here. I think that's as low as I can go. This is as low as I can go. I can't cut all that over that way easily. But I could come up, once I get in here, I could come up 1 and send 2 this way. What's in this building? This is circuit boards. And this, and then okay, there is, the issue I have here is cutting across here isn't that easy. And I made this to do it, but this, I don't want to congest that up because that's actually used for sending a lot of stuff that way. The stairs get in the way here. Kind of. They do a lot. I could flip the stairs. I don't often do that, but it would work. It would provide the same functionality. The purpose of doing this would allow me to get I don't know if it's I'm still going to need I don't think that's going to be worth it, because I've got to come across what here, and that's like heavily congested already there. I've got a feeling this is a bad idea. There's a lot of congestion in all of this stuff over here, all of this here. Not congestion, this is a high thoroughfare for bringing stuff through, and it's going to continue to be. It's going to continue to be. If I bring them this way, up higher, I'm dealing with this congestion here. So why is that? They are underutilized. I think that's why. Yep. Right. That might work. If I use these two here, we've got what, one there. So they have to be like on the same. This might be alright. We're gonna have to Is this the same? I think I'm going to run into hassles here, maybe? This is where they're being made. Yep, okay. Alright, so... what did I do? This is these here, these two here, right? This might be... I got the direction right, I do. It's heading that way.
Look out, gifted subs are about.
Look out.
Thank you, Hendo the Maniac, for gifting 5 subs.
Hendo, dropping 5 gifted subs. Thank you very much. Absolutely awesome. Kicking off a level 2 hype train. Welcome in. Thanks for dropping that. Let me just have a look. Sorry, I'm getting some chat issues here. Here it comes. Sorry, I'm just missing some chat coming through. Give me 1 sec. Where are we? That's it. Ah, it looks like my Twitch is playing up currently. Wow, hold on a sec. Let me just check here. My chat's not connected at the moment for some reason. Let me see if we can see it here. Oh, awesome. Okay, so I can see you got your message. Your raid helped me push me over the goal line for affiliate. That's awesome. Sorry, my chat's not connected. How bizarre. Give me 1 sec. Let me refresh it. Because it's also the same in my bot application. There you go. There you go. I can see it now.
Thank you, Shinzo-san, for the 49 bits.
And 49 bits. That's absolutely awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with chat there. I might have been missing chat for a while now. Alright, well, I'm just going to keep streaming. Sorry. There's not much I can do until it properly connects, so that's quite frustrating. But I am glad you got your affiliate. That's a great milestone. Actually, you know what? I should check on my iPhone, my spare iPhone. I'll be able to read chat there. Of course, I haven't opened my iPhone for 2 weeks now, and now I'm getting all these notifications. All right, I'm not going to bother. As I don't know what your electric issues. That's right. You had the microphone playing up. Oh dear. How did you you'll keep a lurk up? No worries. Thank you very much. I'm not gonna. It's really okay. Apparently my bot account's out of date, but that I only did that. I'm gonna have to reconnect this. Yeah, I think there's a weird Twitch outage going on in just for me. Everyone else will be fine. Yeah, trying to bring in the Twitch logins, bringing them up isn't working, so I'm just going to persist through this for a bit and see if I can at least get this bit finished, and then we'll probably wrap up stream because I don't want to annoy people by not being online. Okay, I reckon these are the two I want here. So I want the output of this one and this one. I'm just going to do that one. And then this one here. Alright. And I'll drop that to there, going that way. And this one I'm going to do the opposite. You can be... And we'll go up a floor. So that's the... I'm going to do... This one will go to here. And this one... That's beautiful. That one will go to there. Is that too far? No. Alright, there you go. That to there. Aha! Looks like chat's now finally come up on my so that's good. So Shinzo dropped the bits. Thanks very much, Shinzo. And me vegan dropped a follow. I do apologise for all that unfortunate annoyance. Alright, so that would mean that the supercomputer production on itself is on the inside. Right, so that follows this way. That comes along here. Alright, we're going to keep these going along. I wonder how far we can get them. I reckon... to there. If we can push through over to here, I think that's probably a good idea. Do we push straight in or do we curve? This is a normal distance. There's no reason why I couldn't just because the building we want to go into is that one down there. So now that we've done that, yeah, that's fine coming in there. We could loop around here. And then here and then there. Right. What a journey. Okay, so that's there. I think I'll put a side one there. Yep, and then I'll probably do a corner one. I'm just wondering, should we go straight across here rather than a turn and a turn? We might do that. So we'll do that. And that one. To there. Just checking out my bot to see if it's gonna connect again. It has, and then this. Right. Too many distractions sometimes, you know? Right. Oh wow, yeah, Twitch is really playing up now, my bot. Oh well. Okay, so this one here. They look to be correct. Well, you know what that means? I put a doorway here. And then we put a... Yeah. And does that go straight across? Is it the same size? Yeah, it does. Alright, so we get rid of that. That'll go there. And that'll go there. Alright. No, wrong spot. To there. Oh, it's quite the journey getting this here. So this one here is the one for this main production line down here. Alright, so I've got it. We might bring those ones. I think we'll leave that for the quick wire there. Might do it here. So let's, if I was to go, because that's going to be different there, isn't it? reckon if I do it down here, yep, that's what I want. So it's going to feed into here. Okay, so that's going to be AI limiters straight ahead for that one. So that's the far one. I might do it like that. Do that to there. Right. And then that one into there. This one I'll run down here, and then it can be. You might as well do it this one here. Yeah, let's do that. So if I did, that was 1, 2, 3. So if I did 60 here. That one's there. And that could go to here. That would go to there. And that will be incorrect placement. And that also will be AI limiters. Alright. We have successfully run back the AI limiters as supercomputers. And we've also run back computers. So that's 2 of the 4 production lines coming in. We've got to build all those production lines. Okay, so high-speed connectors will be the next one, and then plastic. And the plastic is when it'll start to get complicated, because that's going to tie into the recycled rubber and recycled plastic, I think. But I can at least get the belts to the factory and then work out how to get what we need running. But that'll be another episode. So let's go back to our main base. back to our space order. Let's see how many coupons we've made in this episode, and then we'll wrap it up today. There's a lot of work today just getting the logistics underway, but it's good. We've actually made a lot of progress. The hard work's going to be making the things for all those production lines, because we've got to make high-speed connectors is going to require circuit boards, I think, and so is computers. So we've got double the amount of, we've got basically 4 lines of computers to make there, circuit boards to make. Lots of plastic, although I might be making the copper, and I think I'm making the copper sheet and quartz, the silica one, so that might actually be a lot of work to be done. 7 coupons today, nice. Those radio control units that are sinking and making some nice coupons, I reckon. How's our power? It's we're actually using a lot. It's the most I've seen us use, which is great. We made some great progress today. We started on the supercomputers, which meant we finished off the supercomputer building I started working on yesterday. We actually updated the blueprint for the manufacturers to have all the overflow stuff built in, so makes it a lot quicker to build now. And actually, as soon as I built the ones for the supercomputers and then went over to do the computers, I needed 6 more, and it just made it really quick to get all that in place. So it was well worth spending that little bit of time on the blueprints. They got hooked, the computers got hooked up to the supercomputers, and then we went and set up the AI limiters and belted them back. So we've still got the high-speed connector production lines and the plastic production lines. Get them back to those supercomputer manufacturers. Then we actually need to build all the things required for those production lines. So there's a lot of work, but we've made a start, and we'll only get closer on every episode we play. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.